as Leo Williamson's Arsenal take on Manchester City. A tie that could easily have been the final was the view of Gareth Taylor, the Manchester City head coach. So they look like they have patched up their differences after some spicy words were exchanged when they met earlier on in the season, with accusations of bullying coming the way of Jonas Eidevall from Gareth Taylor. Let's have a look at the team news for you then. And the Republic of Ireland captain Katie McCabe returns to Arsenal's defence after being suspended for last weekend's shock defeat by West Ham. Vivianne Miedema is not in the squad today. That's due to a slight knee irritation. They're hoping she'll be back for Wednesday's League Cup quarter-final or for the WSL match against Manchester United. Sabrina D'Angelo replaces Zinsberger in goal. Cooney-Cross is in for Walti, and Frida Leonardsen-Maanum is also in the starting lineup. Two changes for Manchester City after beating Tottenham Hotspur in the League Cup on Wednesday. Alana Kennedy and Philippa Angeldahl both dropped to the bench, with Kirsten Casparij and Laura Coombs replacing them. Jess Park keeps her place in midfield, having been given a spot amongst the starters on Wednesday after a strong appearance from the bench in the weekend league win over Leicester. Well, there is Khadija Shaw, who has been in such fine form for Manchester City in the WSL this term. England teammates there for the toss in Leah Williamson and Alex Greenwood. Referee today is Stacey Pearson. Vivianne Miedema is not part of the squad today. Slight knee irritation, but they're hoping it's not going to be too serious, just a precaution as much as anything from Jonas Eidevall today. So they will have to make do without her for this game, but still plenty of quality in that Arsenal squad, isn't there, for them to take into this game against Manchester City. Katie McCabe, who was suspended for that damaging defeat to West Ham, back in the Gunners' side today. They face off against each other in the league at the start of May. That could be a pivotal game as the players, match officials and coaching staff all take a knee. So it will be Manchester City in the blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks to get us underway, kicking from left to right in this first half. They were narrowly beaten here by 2-1 in the WSL in November. That was settled by a late Blackstenius goal in what was a fairly spicy encounter between the sides, with Jonas Eidevall having some accusations tossed his way by Gareth Taylor, the Manchester City head coach. Looks as though that they have patched up their differences, though, after accusations of bullying from Gareth Taylor directed at Jonas Eidevall in that league game last year. Hasegawa back to Keating. One of the WSL top three will definitely be heading out of the competition then, given the encounter between these two heavyweights as Aleixandri just tidies things up there. Casparij held one back by Cooney-Cross, but Manchester City will have the throw. Sabrina De Angelo in the side today in place of Manuela Zinsberger. The owner side of Al, when asked about that, said every game is new. They have two really good keepers and there's serious competition between them, and he thinks that Angelo has had some great qualities that make a good fit for this game. Taylor, meanwhile, when discussing his changes, was saying that Kirsten Casparij has been in very good nick. Alana Kennedy stepped in and did well on Wednesday in the success against Tottenham in the League Cup. But Casparij has nailed down that position and has been important going forwards with the ball. And with Laura Coombs, it's just been a case of managing her in the week. And she's got really good experience in big games like this. Aleixandri. I think that just went out, did it? No, Casparij kept it in. Cooney-Cross. McCabe. That's a handy pass. Russo after it, but Keating was wise to it. Now here's Khadija Shaw. Chloe Kelly. Decent ball lack. Hemp keeps it moving. Fox. It's a little bit sloppy. Here's Aleixandri. Really good tempo to the game early on. There was an early goal in the league game here earlier on this season. Steph Catley scoring after just 14 minutes. Chloe Kelly levelled things up with about 20 minutes to play before that Blackstenius goal late on. Khadija Shaw, who has been in scintillating form in the WSL this season with a lovely touch and turn. Here is Shaw. And she's forced the first corner of the game. So Chloe Kelly over this corner for Manchester City, and plenty of attention around Sabrina De Angelo. She was unable to get there, but also Lauren Hemp was unable to do much with the corner. Last weekend's defeat to West Ham in the WSL has certainly put this game in the spotlight for Arsenal, with Champions League football already gone for the season and their WSL title hopes heavily dented by that loss to West Ham. They will be absolutely desperate to go all the way in the cup competitions. Good news for Jonas Eidevall is that they have beaten City at home on all 4 occasions since the Swede took over. Casparij came just settling down a bit after a frenetic start. City arrive here unbeaten in 9 matches in all competitions. Williamson says that they are enjoying the opportunity to try and end that undefeated stretch. Williamson with the booming ball towards Russo. Arsenal have won 3 of the last 5 games against Manchester City, but Gareth Taylor has described it as a free hit for both teams today. Fine details have decided the recent encounters. Here's Lauren Hemp. Oh, well, I think that Sabrina D'Angelo gave Wubben-Moy a shout there, saying that she was happy to collect it, but just for a second it looked as though it might be tricky for the keeper as it was whipped in by Hemp. One of those awkward balls that's into an area that neither really know whether to come for. Beth Mead. Oh, great ball! And arriving was Caitlin Foord. And Foord stealing in there. It was just a suggestion that she might be offside. It was a tight call, but the flag was raised. So it wouldn't have counted if she'd steered it in. If she had done, Arsenal may have had calls for complaint about the flag going up. Wubben-Moy's across, but Hemp has got there first. Park. Hasegawa. Here's Lauren Hemp. Ouhabi. Greenwood. Hasegawa. Oh, had her pocket picked. Greenwood can clear. Won by Fox. Mead. Back for Fox. Mead wants it again. Here she is. It's a good recovery challenge by Alex Greenwood. There's a few England internationals up against each other today. Greenwood taking it off Mead on that occasion. Shaw was upended. Launched by Keating, and nowhere near anyone in blue, although Fox's header nearly fell to a City player. Greenwood. Angeldahl called the loss to West Ham a very tough and frustrating lesson. He was disappointed with how slowly they started the second half. Too few high-risk or high-reward passes. They were also too narrow. Wanted them to work on how to use the whole of the pitch to make it difficult for the opposition when they're sitting in a low block. They're not going to get that same kind of low block from Manchester City this afternoon, and they have utilised a bit of width there, although Foord's pass doesn't quite fall to Russo. McCabe. Emily Fox. That is going to be a City ball. That's a useful pass. Foord took it nicely. It's Foord! It's easy for Keating. First serious sight of goal that either team have had. Foord made the decision to cut back inside of Casparij. I wonder if she'd continued going down the left, if she might have had more of an opportunity. Keating didn't have the best of games in that 2-1 loss here for City in November. Conceded the penalty for a foul on Lacasse, which he then did save from little, and then misjudged the heading clearance for what turned out to be the winner from Blackstenius. Hasegawa to Greenwood. Casparij releasing Hemp. Park. Hasegawa. Aleixandri. Arsenal with plenty of red back there. City looking to try and pick the lock. Hemp might have done that. Nicely lifted on here for Park. Casparij. A lot of air on that cross. Kelly happy for it to drift out for a City throw. Well, Chloe Kelly was talking about how she feels that Manchester City deserve silverware this season. Not going to get anything from that attack as it's blazed over the top by Hemp. Kelly got it into a promising area, but Hemp didn't get the contact she was hoping for. Kelly with that ball in. She's been an integral part of City's season so far, with appearances in all 19 of their games. There was talk that Paris Saint-Germain are looking at making a bid for her. But Gareth Taylor confident that she'll stay at the club, and it's just a byproduct of how well Kelly is playing at the moment. But there's more to come from her here in a City shirt, in his view. This is Khadija Shaw. Just levered off it by Pelova. Pelova then was ambushed and has lost out to Laura Coombs. Hemp. Hasegawa. Hasegawa. Greenwood. Nice give and go. Aleixandri on the move. Hemp's effort charged down by McCabe. She was across quickly there. Caitlin Foord now. Didn't go out. Recycled by Ouhabi. Aleixandri, that ball has been on all afternoon, that little chip forwards over the top of McCabe, trying to play Lauren Hemp in. Park. Wasn't the best of deliveries. Kept alive though by Ouhabi. Now here's Laura Coombs. Kelly, that's a clever pass. Ouhabi's ball! Safe hands from D'Angelo. Needed to be, with Khadija Shaw sniffing around. Was coming together when Shaw was in the area there, not spotted by the referee. Casparij goes back. Keating. Shaw. She felt she was fouled there. Referee didn't see anything wrong with the challenge. That's a very important touch there from Kerstin Casparij. Touch International was alert there to prevent Caitlin Foord getting in round the back. Know that they'll certainly be one WSL team heading out today and one going through. As a result of these two being paired together, there's the potential for it being a all WSL lineup in the quarterfinals as the flag goes up there. This is the only all WSL fixture in the fifth round. Arsenal 14-time winners of the FA Cup. Manchester City have lifted the trophy 3 times themselves. And Taylor was always unlikely to rotate his squad for this tie, and just those 2 changes from the game against Spurs in the week. Shaw. Leah Williamson's unhappy there. Casparij. That's a foul by Katie McCabe. I wonder if she might get her customary yellow card here, McCabe. Only recently back from a suspension. Certainly a feisty one from McCabe. Something of a trademark of hers. Well, I mentioned Chloe Kelly being linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain. Gareth Taylor was talking about the fact that there's been a bit of speculation about Lauren Hemp this season as well, who's also been top class in his words. Fired deep, and two Arsenal players went for it. Still not fully away. In fact, it's gone behind now for a City corner, and it was an awkward one for Katie McCabe, who I think was clattered by Leah Williamson. Well, two players fell over each other initially. Catley was, Caitlin Foord was involved, and then as the ball bounced around, McCabe was caught by Williamson, but she's okay. Kelly's corner. City have gone a long way back. Hemp, clever. Midway through the first half then, and just that one save for Kiara Keating to make the long-range hit that came in from Caitlin Foord. Hemp tidying things up to prevent McCabe advancing. And another coming together between those two. Bit of a poker face from Hemp, and then the scrap just seems to have continued after McCabe nudged her over. Get the feeling that McCabe has managed to get into Lauren Hemp's head here, as she clearly shoved her over there after a crunching challenge on her, and then as the pair were jogging away, just have a look at this. That's one to keep an eye on. Lauren Hemp isn't known for being particularly spiky. Katie McCabe, I think it's fair to say, not quite the same description for her. Greenwood under the pump and popping it out of play. D'Angelo, Wubben-Moy. Games between these two have proved to be intriguing and exciting affairs over the years, and a lot of huff and puff so far, but not too many clear-cut chances. Here's Caitlin Foord trying to change that, maybe. She got away from Hasegawa, but couldn't escape Casparij. McCabe. Wubben-Moy. Mead. Well, Jonas Ouhabi having a conversation with the fourth official. That's where the accusations came from in the game earlier on this season. Gareth Taylor claiming that he was putting the squeeze on the fourth official in that match. Jonas Ouhabi replied by saying that's borderline slander. Here goes Russo. Referee's content to let the challenges fly. Arsenal wanted a free kick, but they might be better off playing on. Foord offside, though. Matthew Joyce with his flag up here. I'll tell you what, I don't think she's off there. I think that that's the wrong call. Understand Caitlin Foord's frustration with that. Well, they would contest at least two of those, I would say, Arsenal. Here's Coombs. Shaw. That will be a free kick. Leonardson Maanum on Khadija Shaw. Aleixandri. Park turning into trouble. Hemp with a no-nonsense challenge there. Park, oh, they're really flying in now. I always felt there'd be a bit of spice in the game, and the temperature just being turned up a touch. Casparij won't be able to get a touch on that, though. Said that it's a big game and has the feel of a final. It's a shame it's not coming later in the competition, but it's good that it's been thrown up at some stage, this kind of showdown between two of the big names. Shaw. Worked out nicely to pick out the run of Kelly's ball in is not ideal, though. Arsenal taking a bit of a gamble, and in the end, D'Angelo opt for safety first. Kelly's ball in. Hemp. Signs that City are starting to get a bit of a grip in the game. Neither side's really managed to get on top for any sustained period. Hemp. Inviting cross. Here's Foord. Russo is caught by fellow England teammate. It'll be a long afternoon for Aaron Foors, the fourth official, with Ouhabi in his ear. Pelova. Haven't seen too much of her so far. This is Russo. Not enough juice on the pass, and Hemp stepped in. Nine-game winning run coming into this, most recently away in North London when they saw off Spurs by a goal to nil in the League Cup. Kept 3 consecutive clean sheets with shutouts against Leicester and Spurs in the WSL. Victories over Manchester United and Liverpool in that stretch, as Shaw goes for that. And out comes D'Angelo to gather. Well, they're having some joy from out wide in the shape of Hemp and Kelly. Kelly left something in there on D'Angelo. Comfortable 4-0 victory for Manchester City in the last round, with Coombs getting the early goal against Durham before Foord weighed in with another couple. She's out injured for a while now. But a lot of English talent for Sarina Wiegman to cast her eye across here. Beth Mead amongst them. Casparij's throw. Leonard's and Maanum. Well, she's borne the brunt of the fans behind that goal so far, Kiara Keating. Hasn't really put a foot wrong, but hasn't had a great deal to do. Casparij. While his side won here against City in November, the away team really dominated when it came to clear-cut chances. Chances at a premium for both sides so far. Wanted more high-risk, high-reward passes from his team. They've only really split the defence once when Catley drove forwards and had that effort that was saved. D'Angelo. Oh, that's one back well. Kelly shores the target, too high for her. Hemp managed to readjust well. Hasegawa. Hasegawa again. Just run into traffic. Williamson eventually clears, not very far. Aleixandri. Casparij. Kelly had to leave it because she was coming from an offside position. But they've got into good positions, Gareth Taylor's side, especially when it's come to down the flanks, but the final pass hasn't found the intended target enough. Greenwood finding Aleixandri. You can see that the sun is playing a bit of a factor with Greenwood having to shield her eyes, and that might have led to the misdirected pass. That's been an issue for Keating in the Manchester City goal as well, but the underside of Elside haven't really tested the City keeper enough. Manchester City back in action on Friday in a massive game in the WSL when they travel to Chelsea. Regular trips to London at the moment after facing Spurs in midweek. Back down in the capital next week as Hemp goes for this. Kelly on the turn, it's come the way of Shaw. Not too sure that she wasn't offside. Play goes on. Gathered safely eventually by D'Angelo, who's in a hurry to get it forwards. Foord. Russo struggled to really get many touches in meaningful areas so far, Alessia Russo. Williamson. Perhaps it's the early kick-off time, but Given this is an encounter between two of the top three in the table in the WSL, it's lacked a degree of quality, and that's a poor pass that's found its way straight to Hemp. Hemp still going. Poor pass from her now. Wubben-Moy arrowed across nicely to pick out the run of Fox. Mead. McCabe. Pelova. Emily Fox. Here's Wubben-Moy. Now it opens up for Foord perhaps, but just couldn't really sort her feet out properly as she looked to get the space for a crack at goal. Big crowd backing Arsenal in the main. One shot on target in the first half as we head towards the final minute of regulation time before the break. Easy for D'Angelo here. Does have attacking options on the bench, Jonas Eidevall. When you look at the likes of Blackstenius and Chloe Lacasse. Mary Fowler, an option for Kara Taylor in that regard. Here's Jess Park. She'll be keen to try and impress Serena Wiegman. There's look neat and tidy in possession. Here's Hemp. Fox, I think, deliberately ducked under that one. Well, there's some big players in this Arsenal side that are yet to really get a grip on the game. Mead not having the same kind of impact that Lauren Hemp has been having. As we wait to see how much additional time will be tacked on. McCabe. Aleixandri all the way through the back of Caitlin Foord. Russo after this, and she's got there ahead of Hasegawa. Cooney-Cross. Williamson. Just the one additional minute at the end of the half. Cooney-Cross. Foord, nothing wrong with that. And Foord, I think, hesitated, expecting the free kick to go against her, maybe. One last attack for Arsenal. Cooney-Cross. That's useful. And the header is over the top. Flag was raised again as Mead just made her run a touch too early. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the only all WSL tie in the FA Cup 5th round. Chances at a serious premium, just that one shot from Caitlin Foord that was safely gathered by Chiara Keating. It has yet to really get going, and at the break it is Arsenal 0, Manchester City 0. Always a tight affair when these two meet, and nothing to separate the sides after the first 45 minutes, and no serious chances of note either before the interval. Emily Fox. Urged to hit it, McCabe. It's broken favourably. Beth Mead. Trick didn't quite come off. That's a very handy ball, well met by Greenwood. A bit more intent about Arsenal in the opening seconds of the second half. Suffered their third WSL defeat against West Ham United. No team has actually won the WSL title, losing more than 2 in a season. So those supporters turning their attentions, you would have thought realistically, to the cup competitions. Here's Coombs, Kelly. Chiara Keating. Keating. So Arsenal just pushing a bit higher up the pitch, so it's not as easy for City to play out. It's come the way of Mead now. Beth Mead, well, she got away from Hasegawa once, but not the second time, and then covering was Leila Ouhabi. Nine wins from 9 in all competitions for Manchester City coming into this one, looking for their 4th clean sheet in a row. Russo. Shaw, finally an attempt on target for Manchester City, and it was always likely to come from Khadija Shaw. Both sides feel like they've upped the intensity somewhat. Mead, good ball. Fox. Scrambled away, but cut out by Williamson. Arsenal trying to keep up the tempo. Mead. Ouhabi stood firm. Ball stayed in. Williamson. Pelova. It's opened up here. Pelova's absolutely convinced that that got a touch on its way through. Stacey Pearson begs to differ, but one thing's for sure, it's better from both sides compared to the pretty flat first half that we had. Snuck away from Coombs well. Pelova couldn't quite get enough bend on the effort. City now have registered an attempt on target and still ahead when it comes to attempts overall. Quarter-final draw takes place on Monday at 7 o'clock UK time, by the way. Tottenham Hotspur and Leicester City both safely in the hat. Wasn't the safest of clearances from D'Angelo, but she's got away with it. Now Foord. McCabe. It's too close to Keating. Keating had a few wobbles in the game here in the league earlier this season, and the Arsenal keeper D'Angelo nearly found herself in a spot of bother there. Shaw. Keating. Didn't catch that cleanly, bit of a slice. Arsenal with the throw. Just wanted to get that away to safety, which he did at the expense of a throw. Pelova, outmanoeuvred by Hemp. Park. Kelly going in on Katie McCabe there, the two of those having a little set to, just continuing the battle that we saw between Hemp and McCabe in the first half. I've had 4 players sent off this season, Manchester City, which is the most of any club in a WSL campaign. Do with Viviana Miedema being out there, but a slight knee irritation meant that, as a precaution, that she wasn't part of the squad today. They're hoping that she'll be back for either the game in the week or next weekend in the WSL. Park feeding Hemp. Now eating up the turf is Fox. On for Russo. Deflection on the cross could make it tricky, but Keating comes out to gather safely. Hasegawa. Maanum's pass was somewhat overhit. Greenwood's clearance fell into the path of Maanum, but she was unable to make the most of it. Foord. Oof, that was dangerous, but nobody in a red shirt had read it. Pelova. Pelova. McCabe. Foord. Good stuff by Caitlin Foord. Oh, and in the end, Manchester City just managed to crowd her out. Keating was brave to go flying in, and I think that Foord accidentally caught her in the head. This is the kind of positive play that Angeldahl would have been demanding during the interval. Foord having a run at Kirsten Casparij, got the better of her. And the touch came off Hasegawa to go behind for an Arsenal corner. I wonder if Keating will be able to continue here. McCabe is on the bench. Well, you can see there the hip of Caitlin Foord clattered into Keating, so they'll have to do a concussion check, you would have thought. So will Sandy McCabe be brought on here for City? She's up and set to continue for now, at least, Keating. Corner to deal with here. Shaw has dealt with it for her. Cooney-Cross. Fox. Going to be another Arsenal corner. They've certainly been better since the break. Who did that come off last? It'll be another Arsenal corner. Shaw's up there, they've not dealt with it though. Cooney-Cross. Great cross. Oh, and off the bar. It's going to be a corner, it was all happening there. Manchester City thought they should have had a free kick. Nothing given by the referee, and very nearly the opening goal. Keating either misjudged this or was extremely confident that she didn't need to bother getting a touch on it. Approaching the hour, and it's Beth Mead's corner for Arsenal. Fox. McCabe. Oh, she tried to catch Keating off her line there, or perhaps just a misdirected cross. by Caitlin Foord. If Arsenal were to lose this game, it would be the first time that they've lost back-to-back games in all competitions this season after that surprise defeat to West Ham. That loss to West Ham was their first ever defeat against the Hammers in the WSL era. Also suffered their first ever defeat to Spurs at the end of December. That's a good ball from Russo. Tight call for offside. This time the flag didn't go up. A few times in the first period Arsenal felt that it might have been raised a bit prematurely. Williamson. Cooney-Cross. Cooney-Cross loses out. Hemp. Casparij. Here's Park. Bit of showboating from Kelly, and she's managed to force the corner. Kelly's corner then. Shaw's up there! Wonderful save by D'Angelo. Terrific towering header from Khadija Shaw, clawed away to safety magnificently by D'Angelo. In from Kelly again. Angelo's come for this and then got back across by Shaw and cleared by Williamson. Another close shave there. Kelly's ball in this time. Arsenal desperate to get it away. Khadija Shaw a menace in the air in quick succession. Kelly now. Good ball. Shaw's kept it in. It's a really good passage of play this for Manchester City, and Arsenal can't get it out. Cooney-Cross. Maanum just kept it in. McCabe. Much better second half this has been. Hasegawa. Shaw might still get to it. Williamson in the right spot. Arced across to Mead. Arsenal throw. There's going to be a double change here for Arsenal. Blackstenius, who got the late winner in the league game between the sides here, is going to come on, and Russo, who's struggled to really make her presence felt today, is heading off. Going to see Catley as well. So McCabe and Russo, the two to depart, and Blackstenius and Catley are into the action. Khadija Shaw, somewhat surprisingly, has now been withdrawn by Manchester City, and considering that she's just gone close on 2 occasions, might raise some eyebrows. Mary Fowler is the replacement. Fox. Mead trying to find a way through. Hemp. Keating. Maanum flags up. There's your answer as to why Khadija Shaw was taken off, enforced rather than tactical. This was a header back across goal that was cleared by Williamson, having forced that top save from D'Angelo just before that. Fox. Williamson. Mead loses out. Fowler. Fowler. Maanum. Mead couldn't bring it under a spell. Will we get a winner in the 90 minutes? Well, with Khadija Shaw off the pitch, the chances have just been depleted a bit. Wubben-Moy's switch across, taken down nicely by Foord. Catley in support, it's still Foord. Foord's ball. Fowler. It's a bit of a high boot there. Advantage played, Williamson. Cooney-Cross. Cooney-Cross. Pelova. Emily Fox. Cooney-Cross. Good ball in, and not a bad hit. Oh, Beth Mead with the eventual effort. She caught it sweetly, just happened to be right at Chiara Keating. Well struck, but too close to Keating. That's a nice piece of play by Hemp, who's still going. Williamson then steps in. Casparij. Get the feeling both teams pushing on to try and get the winner. Casparij, it's deflected. Timed it perfectly, Williamson. It's a decent looking ball in. Keating. Fowler. Fowler read by Williamson, but she's given it straight back to Casparij. Chloe Kelly. Dragged down, free kick. In from Kelly. Oh, not dealt with it in! Manchester City have the lead. And it could be a goal that sends them through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Gareth Taylor's team with their noses in front with less than a quarter of an hour to play. Leila Aleixandri on target from close range after Arsenal failed to clear the set piece. Kelly's ball in was menacing, and when it dropped, Aleixandri was on the spot and able to bury from close range. Fine delivery from Kelly. It's the touch of Steph Catley that does the damage for Arsenal here. The miscontrol teed it up for Aleixandri, who was quickest to react and produced the clinical finish. Well, a big blow for Arsenal. Angelo was on hand to make that cracking save to keep out the header from Khadija Shaw earlier, but she could do nothing about that. And what can Jonas Eidevall do here to try and prevent another damaging defeat in the space of a week after their WSL loss to West Ham United last weekend, turning into a very, very tough week for the Swede. Manchester City on course to extend their winning run and take their place in the last 8 of the FA Cup as well. Needs something in what remains of this game. What have they got in the locker? Well, he's ringing the changes to try and change the course of the game. So, Aleixandri's goal gives Manchester City the chance to try and see out what remains of the 90 minutes. Cooney-Cross was the player who was taken off, by the way, for Lea Walti to come on. And Williamson also departing, with player Codina coming on. Can Arsenal do some damage from a set piece? Keating with safe hands. Under pressure, she did well there, Keating. Her handling wasn't great in that league game here in November, but she's been pretty much faultless so far. Not quite enough on that pass to find a way through. Is it going to be another victory with another clean sheet for City as well? Arsenal have asked a few more questions, but again, Keating has certainly not been the busier of the two keepers. Lea Walti. Here goes Foord, who's come across to this right-hand side now. Well, a very difficult week for him on the cards. That loss to West Ham that saw them lose further ground in the WSL title race, and for all intents and purposes, look out at a race now with that loss. Third of the campaign in the league. No teams won the title, having lost more than 2 in a season. And now a chance of silverware is set to escape them, unless they can find a goal in the 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Quite enough on the pass to pick out Foord, who was waiting in the middle. That's a good firm challenge. A crowd like that, Manchester City didn't. They felt it was worthy of a foul. Here's Leonard to Maanum. That's given away, and Fowler was quickly after it. Poor from Walti. Kim Little is the latest change to be made by Jonas Eidevall. She missed a penalty when they were 1-0 up, Arsenal, here in that league game. I should say it was saved by Keating from Little. And Catley, who made that error for the goal that separates the sides, was on the score sheet against City in November as well. A very different story for her at the moment. So Little on, and Leonard Maanum is withdrawn. Big fans' favourite, Kim Little. Can she give the fans something to cheer about, though? Going to be a goal kick, and City showing good game management at the moment. Well, Leah Williamson has got the biggest cheer for Arsenal so far today by being named player of the match. But a player who is set to be on the losing side. Long from D'Angelo, too long. Now just a watching brief for Leah Williamson. Would be a real boost for Manchester City to come here and win ahead of that showdown with Chelsea in the WSL on Wednesday. Arsenal unbeaten at home since the opening weekend of the campaign when they lost by a goal to 0 to Liverpool. 8 successive victories, although one of those was on penalties against Spurs. Still time for them to try and avoid defeat, although they haven't really laid a glove on City since falling behind. Been a very stop-start second half, so you imagine there'll be a decent amount of additional time. Jess Park is replaced by Philippa Angeldahl. Walti. Manchester City look comfortable at the moment. That might change here though. Fox! Oh! Not far away. Wriggled her way into a very useful position, and then it just bent away from Keating's far post. Very good positive play. And she's saying it got a nick on its way through. She might have had a case, you know, through the legs of Greenwood. It did take a touch. Good-looking corner. Keating's come. He's got just about enough of a fist on it. Blackstenius could have gone over there. Opted not to, and the ball goes behind. She popped up with a goal at this stage of the game in the league in November, which was the match winner. Just wonder there if she had gone over under the challenge of Kelly, if the referee might have had a decision to make. Risky challenge by Kelly. Blackstenius perhaps a bit too honest for her own good. You can see what he thought of it. Seconds of the 90 minutes left to play, and it looks as though we will have 90 minutes of action rather than the additional 30, unless Blackstenius and co can rustle up a late leveller over the course of the game. 8 shots to 7 in Manchester City's favour, 3 on target each. City have made one of them pay. No flag for now. Foord. Foord again. That's a handy delivery, and it's straight at Keating. Blackstenius with the opportunity to take us to extra time. Either side of Keating, and Arsenal were surely level. It couldn't have been much closer, though, to the City stopper, who only needed to put her arms up to make the save. How much additional time will there be? 6 additional minutes. So still time for Arsenal. You'll have wanted a lot more than that. Started the second half with a bit more about them, but the goal has knocked the stuffing out of them. Codina. Oh, and there was a coming together there. Stacey Pearson not interested. Walti. Codina. Touched on nicely. Fox. Good ball. Oh, what a save! Keating keeps City in front. Clawing away the header that was creeping in. Pelova on the end of it and guiding it expertly towards the corner, and only denied by a terrific piece of keeping. Scrambling across and then managing to get a glove to it to send it to safety. Kelly trying to relieve the pressure, but she's lost the ball. Little desperate stuff at the moment. D'Angelo comes herring out. Oh, nice idea, but Steph Catley wasn't quite on the same page. Well, she had a bit of a shocker here in the league, but she has produced a tremendous save here to quite possibly send her side through. Second half has been much more like what we were expecting from these two. Wubben-Moy is going to collect a caution for that. Pretty cynical stop on Lauren Hemp to prevent the counter-attack. Hasegawa takes her leave. Alana Kennedy will be the replacement. It's an Arsenal ball. And Chloe Kelly might find herself in trouble for delaying Arsenal's throw. Casparij has been cautioned, by the way. Kelly lost her footing, kept the ball. And went Pelova. Hacked away by Aleixandri, set to be the match winner. Foul by Kelly. Arsenal free kick. In fact, they are playing on. Under 2 minutes of additional time remaining. Sandoval leaping across to try and get the ball back in play as soon as possible. Resisting the temptation to just heave it long, Arsenal, but City with everybody back, making it tricky. That's a great pass, though, from D'Angelo, and the hit is saved tremendously by Keating. That is exceptional goalkeeping, and it may well be the save that ensures City are through to the quarter-finals. Lovely Arsenal move, started by D'Angelo's ball. And the strike from Little repelled. Oh! And then did she take it over the goal line? Arsenal absolutely sure that City's hero then committed the error. Almost a case of 0-0 here for Chiara Keating. Well, that will be talked about for a long, long time. She's made a couple of splendid saves, but almost had a howler there. Well, regardless of whether it was over the line or not, it wasn't given, and nothing will change now. Difficult to tell from that angle, although Arsenal were all absolutely sure that it had crossed the line. City want the whistle, Arsenal want to play on. Fowler, it's Blackstenius. Will they get one more chance? Pelova, here's Foord. Walti, good ball. Corner, will they have time to take it? It has been a proper cup tie in the second half. D'Angelo's up. Congested area, oh, and Walti had the chance to crack it goalwards, didn't do so. D'Angelo tried to fizz the cross in, still not away. Pelova across, there's Keating, and that's probably the cup tie. Well, 6 additional minutes were signalled. We've played 7.5. Walti, Little's header. Walti again. Very intelligent pass. Catley's ball in, Fowler's there, Fowler clears, and Manchester City are through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup at Arsenal's expense. Aleixandri with the only goal of the game, and after that, Jonas Eidevall's team denied by 2 terrific Chiara Keating saves. She had a nervy moment as well, the City keeper, when she spilled a corner that could easily have gone over the line. It wasn't seen to have done, and City have got the job done. Arsenal are out. It's back-to-back defeats for them this week. Gareth Taylor's team can celebrate success. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1.